Munster arrived in Cape Town yesterday. Munster did beat the Stormers 26-24 a couple of weeks ago with a late Stormers try, so it wasn't quite as tense as that scoreline would suggest. And it was, I don't know if you remember at this stage, Keith, sorry, a lot of rugby over the last couple of weeks, but fiery exchange as well. Joseph Dweba and Peter O'Mahony got into a bit of an exchange, and then beautifully it is Joseph Dweba who was captured on video saying, "We're going to F them up."
Here are 3 reasons why I think the Stormers will win this final against Munster this coming Saturday. The reason number 1. So circumstances are a bit different to what it was in April when Munster came to Cape Town and they beat the Stormers for the first time at home in this URC competition. If we go back to what happened in April, we had the Heineken Champions Cup where Stormers took on Exeter, and Stormers went to England and they actually got a hiding from Exeter, right? In the meantime, what did Munster do? Munster was having a off weekend because the previous weekend they were knocked out by Leinster in the last 16, while the Stormers had to play quarterfinals against Exeter, which they lost. That meant the Stormers had to travel from Cape Town to London in economy class, get the hiding, travel back from London via Doha to Cape Town economy class, came home probably like the Wednesday, and then the Saturday had to take on a very motivated Munster team. And we all saw that the Stormers, they weren't on their game, whereas Munster, they were playing at the peak performance. They were very good on the day and they beat the Stormers 24-16. However, this coming Saturday, things are different. Here we have a Stormers team that is well rested, players back that were injured. The guys are primed for this final. Munster as well. Munster, they took on Leinster. Many people say that Munster, they had their final against Leinster. They played a very good game against Leinster and they are also primed for this final. However, like I said, is that the Stormers, they are well rested. They were at home. There was no travelling before this game, and I think their bodies are in peak condition to take on Munster this time. So that is my first reason why I think the Stormers has a very good chance and will win Munster, is because the element of fatigue will not be there to what it was when the Stormers took on Munster and lost against Munster earlier in April, where Munster beat the Stormers at Cape Town Stadium. My reason number 2 why I think that the Stormers will beat Munster. So obviously not being fatigued and tired and being more prepared, because obviously if you had a tough quarterfinal against Exeter, all your planning, your analysing went into Exeter. You then didn't have maybe enough time to properly analyse Munster. However, this time the Stormers had 2 weeks to actually analyse Munster, to prepare thoroughly for Munster, to focus solely on Munster. Hence, I believe that the Stormers will be a much better team on attack. In the game in April, Munster, they were very aggressive at the breakdown, and that caught the Stormers off guard. That caused the Stormers to be impatient in attack. They threw the ball around and they were just te mekaar. There was little structure. However, the Stormers, they will know now that Munster will be seeking to attack the breakdown aggressively, and they will then try to counter that. The Stormers will also be aware of the influence of Peter O'Mahony as well as R.G. Snyman. Peter O'Mahony is the type of character that he likes the niggly stuff, the dark arts, streetwiseness. However, I believe that the Stormers in this game will be more prepared for the antics of Peter O'Mahony as well as R.G. Snyman. So that is the second reason why I think that the Stormers will beat Munster. They will be better prepared for what Munster will be bringing in this final. My third reason why I think the Stormers will win this game will be the influence of Manie Libbok. Now, in the previous game, Libbok, he had a very bad game. He missed 2 conversions and he missed 3 penalties on that day. In other words, he missed 5 kicks on that day. And even if he missed 2 kicks, then the Stormers would have still not easily, but they still would have won Munster that day. However, the kicks that Manie Libbok missed was the decisive factor on why the Stormers lost against Munster. So if Manie Libbok can play the way he played the last couple of weeks, then I see the Stormers beating Munster. And that is my 3 reasons why I believe the Stormers team will retain their championship. They will retain their title as being the top team, the number 1 team in the United Rugby Championship. If you guys agree with me, if you guys disagree with me, comment in the comment section. Support my channel by liking this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you guys on my next video.
I hope you all subscribe to the Best Rugby channel. Peter Rugby Eater because it's a keeper.
If you want to add respect to that, you are welcome. Be very local.